I want to speak briefly on the demonic prodigal son. The demonic prodigal son. Now, we heard about the biblical prodigal son where the son decided to go to his father and inquire of his father his share. In other words, he wanted his space. He wanted to go out on his own. He wanted to explore life on his own. So he went to his father and asked his father for his inheritance. And the father gave it to him. Then he went out and squandered it. He met new friends, he partied, he did whatever he chose to do until everything he owned, everything he had was gone. Then he hired himself out, and then he found himself eating with the pigs. And in the Bible says, when he came to himself, he says, I will go to my father's house where even the hired servants are living better than me. And when he went home, his father received him with open arms. That's the biblical account of that. Now, some of you are probably wondering, where are you going with that? What does that have to do with the demonic prodigal son? Well, just like in that parable was the prodigal son, and he used that parable to show how open God will receive those that go astray. But then there's another side. There's the demonic prodigal son where people grow up in life, believing one thing, going to church, being a Christian, being a Muslim, trying to live a righteous life. But then comes a time in life where they come to themselves. In this day and time, they call it being woke. Now, that's a word that I hear quite often on the internet regarding Black Lives Matter, Antifa. These people that's out there protesting, they are now considered woke. There's always been something that wasn't quite right with all of this wokeness. Everybody now is considered woke. But the thought came to me that the reason why they are now woke is because they came to themselves. Look at the things that they're doing. The people that's out there protesting, burning down buildings. As a matter of fact, I posted on my WordPress page, and I'll put a link to that video on the bottom, where you had Black Lives Matter chanting, F you Jesus, F your Jesus. I'm going to put that on the bottom and you guys can check it out. Now, a lot of these people that join Black Lives Matter are Christian. These are people that at one time claimed to believe in God and still do claim to believe in God. But which God do they believe in? Because the Bible talks about the fruits of the Spirit. Love, joy, peace, patience, temperance, long-suffering, meekness, kindness, gentleness, faith, whatever. The type of fruit that the Black Lives Matter and Antifa is displaying is of a very dark, demonic, and evil nature. Now these people, these same people that claim that Black Lives Matter is now chanting F you Jesus. These are the same people that support abortions, murdering their unborn children. These are the same people that support the LGBTQ community. They support sodomy. They support open borders where illegal immigrants are now coming over here. And I spoke on this where black people always talking about slavery and what the white man did, but yet you welcome slavery, modern day slavery in this country. Why do you think they fight so hard, or the Democrats fight so hard for open borders because it's the modern day slavery. It's slave labor. That's why they shipping their these corporations out of the country for slave labor. But yet now you support that human trafficking, child trafficking, or sex trafficking is now a big thing. And I sat back and I was wondering to myself now, a lot of these people, even people that I know of, because we really don't know people that we encounter on a day-to-day basis. A lot of you don't even know your spouses. You don't know your own mother nor father. You don't know your sister nor your brother. You think you do. You grew up in the house with them, but do you know them? So when they grow up, they join organizations like Black Lives Matter, and now you see in them display very demonic and very dark natures. And you're wondering what happened. These are not the same people that I thought I knew. Well, what happened was they are now considered woke. They woke up. They came to themselves. They now know that they are of a dark nature, a demonic nature. They're not children of the Most High. In the Bible, it says, blessed are the peacemakers. Well, if you're not a peacemaker, then you're on the opposing side. You're a hellraiser. So now we have so many hellraisers that had woken up, that are now considered woke, and now they have accepted their demonic nature. The Bible talks about how the road is very wide and how many are going to enter in. We're living in the days where it says because that iniquity or lawlessness abound, the love of many will grow cold. And we see that happening every single day with these so-called protests. So when you hear people talk about they are woke, what are they woke to? Are they woke to the knowledge of the Most High and they're striving to work or live a righteous life? Or are they woke to their dark side, their demonic nature, that's causing them to go out and praise and block the emergency entrance of cops that were shot at point blank range? That's evil. We see so much evil now that's taking place in this nation. And many of you that call yourselves Christians, that call yourselves Muslims, that call yourself righteous or even spiritual. And I always question people that call themselves spiritual, because you could be spiritual and be of a demonic nature, because just like God is spirit, and the Bible said those that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. Well, there's that demonic spiritual nature. That's the complete opposite of the Most High. So what we see happening now is a demonic prodigal son and daughters, people that are now considered woke, people that came to themselves and decide to become radical. And in their own hearts, they're probably thinking that they're doing a good thing. But everything righteous, everything that's right, they're in opposition against it. They'll fight against it. They will attack it. You have people sitting down, families, sitting in restaurants, eating, enjoying their families. And then you have the Black Lives Matter and Antifa that will go there and destroy what they have going on. Just knock their food off the table, destroy things, and then threaten them and physically attack them. That's of a demonic nature. So anyone that is now considered Black Lives Matter, Antifa, or even a Democrat is evil. You are now considered woke to who you truly are. And you're evil. And hell is where you're going to be lifting your eyes, being tormented once you leave this plane of existence. So feedback, tell me what you think until next time. I'm fearless.